Hey everybody, if anyone's here, let me know and we will get started right at 8 o'clock this time. Couldn't have planned it any better. All right, let me just check and make sure that everything is working the way it's supposed to. All right, when you're here, let me know, and I'm gonna go ahead and open this up in a different tab here. Last time we did this, while we were all chatting, I lost our chat in the YouTube studio and had to open up a new tab with our YouTube videos. So let me just go ahead and do that now and see if I can't save us some trouble later. Yeah, it's happening again. Weird. I don't know why it does that. Anyway, I think we're good to go now. So, Tom, hi from Malibu, California. I remember you every time. I'm always so jealous. Your weather must be amazing, and I just have to say, I know we talk about weather as soon as we get started every week, but it snowed here in Cleveland all day. What the heck? Oliver, hi. Mike. John, hello from Oklahoma. Hi. Martin, Frank, Howard. Hey, everybody. Some familiar faces. Hey, guys. All right. Good. I'm so happy to see some familiar names here and some new ones. Hi, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I saw a couple of ums here. I'm Jess. I am the editor at Cord Cutters News. And I am here to answer your cord cutting questions tonight, or just chat. Let's talk about what we're watching, what devices we're using, what streaming services we're using, what free trials we're all taking advantage of. Let's talk about it all. Matthew Reed says, how is Luke doing? Yeah, I can totally answer that question. I just talked to Luke earlier today. Today was his official last day over at Cord Cutters News, so super sad about that, but he and I will always be talking, so you guys are more than welcome to ask me about him anytime that we're doing these Q&As. You can also find him over on Guy Reviews, where he's been doing some of his own live streams. Matthew says, I wish that Luke wasn't gone. I miss him. Yeah, so do I. He was such a fun boss. So great to work for. And yeah, we're going to miss him a lot. But I'm not trying to take his place. But I will be here on Wednesday nights to answer your questions. All right, let's see here. When is HBO and HBO Max coming to YouTube TV, and what will the monthly price be? Let me grab some information for you. We have been posting, and of course it's going to happen again where the internet will be super slow. But we've been posting a lot about HBO Max lately. They are prepping to launch, and I don't know if you guys heard, but there was some talk about launching early. Let's see here. We just posted today about HBO Max launching for charter customers whenever it launches in May. I'm still not sure that we have an exact date of when HBO Max is going to launch, so that's kind of frustrating. I would love to know when I should be paying attention to report on it, honestly. Let's see here. AT&T gives new details about HBO Max's launch date. This is something that Luke wrote, so let me post this in the chat for you real quick. All right, and I think the email just went out to let people know that we're live, so we might get some more people in here in a minute. HBO Max, anyway, is launching in May 2020. We do not have the exact date yet. The service is going to cost $15 a month, or $14.99, I guess, if we're going to be specific about it. The library is going to have 10,000 hours plus of content. That's going to include some originals and also a ton of just HBO content. It's going to have everything that HBO Now offers, so if you're already subscribed to HBO Now, you might as well switch over to HBO Max because it's the same price with more content. Yeah, we don't really have a ton of information about it just yet, but HBO is doing some kind of cool things where they are letting people who are already subscribed to HBO on Charter to just switch over to HBO Max at no additional cost. So I'm expecting that we'll see more things like that popping up before the launch date in May. So I'm kind of excited. I feel like with this whole coronavirus thing, it has spurred some companies to launch early or come out with new products and things, which is exciting for those of us who are stuck at home and need a little more excitement in our days. But sorry about that. Gigatest, you're saying no acknowledgement here ever, and you've been a subscriber. I didn't see anything that you said. I'm so sorry. I got caught up talking about HBO Max. If you have a question, please ask again. Um, so anyway, with HBO Max, I think that we will just see them sort of come up with some new strategies and things, and some new offers and things too before the launch. So I'm really excited to see what they decide to do. Brett wants to know what the trial period will be for HBO Max. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any details about that just yet. I'm assuming that they'll do a free 7-day trial. That's what most services do. Hi, Jacob. Thanks for being here. Love all the smiley faces. John says you need to watch Greater and When Calls the Heart on Netflix. It's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I love it when you guys give me suggestions of things to watch. I always add them to my list, so thank you for that. John says, hey Jess, longtime listener, first time live. Since I'm no longer working due to layoff, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's been a huge problem, obviously, all over the country. So sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's only a temporary thing and you will be back in action soon. Paul says, welcome to Plathville on TLC on Philo was entertaining. That's interesting. I only saw that one commercial for it where the girl just keeps saying that she doesn't know who Justin Bieber is. That's all I know about that show. That Ohio blind guy says, what is the difference between HBO Max and HBO Now? So HBO Max will have all the same content as HBO Now, but it will also have a ton of additional content, including original content, and at the same price. So if you're already subscribed to an HBO streaming service, I would recommend moving over to HBO Max. You're going to be paying the same, but you'll get so much more, and it'll be updated more frequently, I'm sure, and it'll just have a lot more going on. John says, been out of the loop for a while and had no idea Luke was gone. He will be missed. Yeah, so we talked about this last week, and I know it came as a surprise to a lot of you. I'll answer any questions that you guys still have about it if you weren't here last week. But long story short is that Luke sold Cord Cutters News to another company months ago, actually. So we've been in the process of transitioning over. Today was his last official day at Cord Cutters News, but I have kind of taken over the news team a little bit, and we have some new writers. We're working with a really, really great team who are working on some very cool updates to the website, the app, everything, and we'll still be delivering the same cord cutting content, but now we'll have some fun new features and hopefully have some new tools and things on the website that'll just make it easier to navigate and give you more information faster. John says you guys should check out Impulse, I think on regular YouTube, not YouTube TV. I have not heard of that. Interesting. Thanks for the recommendation. Ohio says, how come they didn't just add it to HBO Now, I think is what you're asking. My guess would be that they wanted a fresh start, they wanted a new platform, they wanted the ability to really make it exactly what they wanted. HBO Max, I think, is meant to be more of a competitor against some of these other services, including Peacock, which just launched. So I think that was the goal there, was just to have a fresh start, have a new launch, and really be able to jump into this streaming game with both feet. Colin says, hi Jess, is there an update of when NBC's Peacock will be available to everyone? Well, July 15th is the official date. However, we just posted earlier this week, I believe, that Peacock is considering moving up the launch date. So it could be any time. We really have no idea. We're obviously keeping a very close eye on that. Again, I have my Twitter alert set so that I will know as soon as that happens. But yeah, they're thinking about moving it up, and of course that's because of coronavirus. They just thought that with everybody home and streaming more, that it would be a really good opportunity for them to build up their subscriber base really quickly. But we will have to wait and see. As of now, July 15th is still the official launch date, but we will see. Chris says Peacock streaming is now available for Comcast Xfinity customers. Don't see the app yet. Yeah, so it launched just today, this morning, for Xfinity X1 and Flex customers for free, I believe. For the rest of us, we will have to wait. Martin wants to know if Hulu is going to add HBO Max as an add-on. I don't know for sure just yet, but just because all these services already have HBO as an add-on, I feel like it would be an easy switch to make, but then again, they might want HBO Max to be sort of a standalone service, so we'll have to wait and see. Stewie says, I'm having trouble getting CBS on my room on my antenna. You know what? Same, actually. I have an antenna that I like a lot. I have a Mohu Leaf. I really like my antenna, and I get about 20 channels, but I don't get CBS either, weirdly enough. Bradley says, are you still going to do product reviews and service reviews like what Luke did? Yes, definitely. So Philip has really taken the lead on our video production, and I know that he has some very exciting things coming up in the pipeline. Reviews, definitely, yeah, and then I'll probably be doing more of the service reviews where he'll be doing more of the device reviews. So we'll see what happens there, but yeah, he has some very exciting things coming up that I think you guys will like a lot. Howard says, any news on Marquee Network coming to Xfinity or any other streaming? You know, I haven't heard any updates since the last time that we shared that news on the blog, and I think I remember talking to you about that in a Q&A after we posted that blog. So since then, I have not heard anything. It could be that I missed something, and I'll definitely dig into that, but as far as I know, there is no new info there. Lisa says, hey, Jess from Phoenix. Ooh, I bet it's warm there. FYI, I got YouTube free for 2 weeks. Hopefully they're still offering that deal. Yeah, so YouTube is interesting. Most of the time they do a 7-day free trial, but we are constantly getting emails that they're doing a 2-week free trial, which is awesome. I love those extended free trials, especially right now when everybody is home and watching TV a little more. So very cool. Thanks for the heads up about that. Mule Driver Mark, will you be doing a review of the TiVo dongle? I would love to. I think that that would be more of a Philip thing. So, yeah, if they send one over, and hopefully they will. I love TiVo. I would love it if they would send over a review unit for us to look at, and if they do, you can expect a video about that from Philip. Lisa says, what happened to Luke? Not sure if you were tuned in just a few minutes ago, but long story short is that Luke sold Cord Cutters News to another company a few months ago. So today was his official last day over at Cord Cutters News. You can find him on Twitter at LukeBK. You can also find him at Guy Reviews here on YouTube. And he's still around. He is still helping me out and answering all of my questions, but he is not officially at Cord Cutters News anymore. So Philip and I are doing the news. Tamara is still here also, and we're working with a really great team over here to bring you more news, more features, more everything. Luke officially retired and probably moved to Hawaii. I can confirm that Luke is not in Hawaii currently. At this moment, he is very much still in Texas. If he moves to Hawaii, I will be jealous, and I will fight for him to start a new company and hire me to move to Hawaii. Just kidding. Love my job. Staying right here. Very happy. Richard says, The Witcher on Netflix is really good. Yeah, I've heard really good things about that. So last Thursday, I think, I sent a message out on the Cord Cutting Tech Support Facebook group, and I asked what everybody was binge watching over the weekend, and there were over 300 responses, and I will say that The Witcher was one of the top responses that we got on that post, so definitely want to add to the list if you haven't already watched The Witcher. And also, I will be posting, I think I'll split it up maybe into 3 separate posts about things to binge watch on Netflix, things to binge watch on Amazon Prime, things to binge on Hulu. So look for those on the blog, hopefully within the next few days, as soon as I get time to write them. Things have been crazy. Amazing Eric says, Luke does a YouTube Q&A on Guy Reviews. Yeah, he's been going live over there. I think that he really misses talking to all of you on YouTube, so definitely head over there if you have more questions for him. Mark wants to know if Luke is shopping at Walmart full time. The man loves Walmart. He was just posting the other day that he saw streaming devices were out of stock. He has been posting when he finds toilet paper at his local Walmart. He is just doing a public service for everybody out there. Colin says, have I watched Tiger King? Yes, I absolutely have, Colin. Have you watched it? I need to know all of your thoughts. Um, there is a bit of a delay here, so I'm just now seeing some of your messages. That's funny. So, Tiger King, yes, we have been posting about it over on Cord Cutters News, and I know that some people in the Facebook group are getting really tired of those posts, but I can't help it. I think Tiger King is hilarious, and yeah, I can't get over it. So anytime I see a good story, we run with it. I have too much power over here. I can post whatever I want, and it's all Tiger King all the time. Amazing Eric wants to know, how is Curiosity Stream? There's a special for $12 a year. I'll have to post about that. Thanks for the heads up. Curiosity Stream, I think, is great. I use it off and on, and that's something I really love about cord cutting, is that you're not locked into a contract, so you don't have to pay for 12 full months of a service that you're not going to use all the time. So Curiosity Stream for me is one that I will subscribe to for a month whenever I know I'm going to have a lot of free time. And that's when I really like to dig into some documentaries and stuff. So I know too that a lot of Cord Cutters news readers absolutely love Curiosity Stream. It's such a good deal. It's so inexpensive and so much good content. Brett wants to know, any idea why Roku logs me out of channels? That is a very good question. To be honest, I would say ask Roku support. If you have a Twitter account, they're very responsive over on Twitter. I would say too that sometimes it is beneficial to delete an app and re-download it. I know that they suggest that a lot. If something's feeling glitchy, that's usually their go-to. Bill says Walgreens has toilet paper if anyone needs it. Colin wants to know what I thought of the bonus Tiger King episode. I have not watched it yet, but it's on my list. I've been a little busy with work this week. If you don't have HBO, would you recommend just to get HBO Max when it comes to YouTube TV? Yes, I would, actually. If you like HBO content and you are not currently subscribed to anything, but you do want to watch it, yeah, I would definitely recommend subscribing to HBO Max. At least doing the free trial and see if you like it. Obviously, we don't know what the platform is going to look like or anything just yet, but yeah, I think the HBO Max is going to be a really good one. They have a lot of content coming to their lineup, and I'm really excited about it. So yes, I would recommend it. Lisa says, I still haven't found a way to cut the cord. I'm exploring Roku. Are there better options? I would say that if you are new to cord cutting, Roku is a really great option. It is incredibly user-friendly. It's easy to get started. I will say that whenever you are activating it, do not fall for any scams that try to get you to pay to activate your Roku. It is completely free. Just follow the on-screen instructions. But yeah, for new cord cutters, I would say Roku is the way to go, to be honest. You can't go wrong with like an Amazon Fire TV either, but in my personal opinion, whenever people ask me about a first streaming device, I would recommend a Roku. Richard says Roku support on Facebook is good too. Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, if you ever have questions, their team is ace at getting questions answered quickly. Howard says, I've been watching a lot of the old school sports games. Kind of cool to see how the games used to be, especially baseball. Yeah, so that's really interesting, and it's something that we've talked about a little bit over at Cord Cutters News. It's so interesting to see what happens when live sports are not an option anymore. And we've been hearing about this a lot. I was just in a webinar earlier today where people were talking about the effects of live sports on streaming and what's happening now that we don't have that option. So I absolutely love that ESPN has been showing some really absolutely bonkers competitions. I know Luke was talking about sign spinning, competitive sign spinning. So things like that are really interesting to me. I think it's just really funny and fun to watch. Good to get your mind off of things for a little while. So yeah, I like that they're playing classic games too. That's awesome. Did you watch the Tiger King special on Monday night on Fox? I don't know if it was on every market, but it was in Cleveland. Hey, I'm in Cleveland too. I actually did not watch it. I did not know it was on. That's really funny. I can't get enough Tiger King. I don't know about you guys, but oh my gosh, I'm eating it up. Yeah, some other people are recommending the Roku. Yeah, Lisa, I would say Roku is probably your best bet if you're just getting started. The other thing is, too, they're just so affordable. So if you end up not liking it, if you want to upgrade later, if you decide that's not right for you, then you're not out much. You can get them pretty cheap, like $30. So yeah, I would definitely say it's a good place to start. Hey, everybody just joining us. Hello. If you have any questions, ask away. All right. So something else that we've been posting about a little bit this week that I'm interested to know your thoughts on, that a lot of analysts are predicting increases in numbers for streaming services. So we're about to hear their quarterly financial reports, and they're saying that Roku is going to come out much higher than expected. Netflix also is expected to come out higher than expected. I just said the word expected like 4 times in one sentence. But then a lot of these cable companies are expected to see lower numbers than they were originally thought to have. So just interested to know what your thoughts are about that. Are you surprised that cable is not doing as well? Oh, Richard says that my video is not filling the screen. Let me see if I can fix that. That happened last time too in the beginning, and I'm not sure. I think it's just the program that I'm using. Let me see. Truly, I don't know what I'm doing. For someone who works in tech, you would think that I would have a better idea of what to do here. Thomas says, does Peacock have an app? Yeah, so right now Peacock is only available for Comcast, Xfinity, and X1 customers. It will be launching for the rest of us on July 15th, and yes, there will be an app that you will be able to download. What do you think about YouTube TV? John, thank you. Good. I'm glad that worked. What do you think about YouTube TV? I would say that's a really great option. I'll also say that that is probably a favorite in the cord cutter community, at least for cord cutters news. Our readers really love YouTube TV. They have a really good experience with it. It's got great channels, it's got great features, it's got a good DVR, so I would say you can't really go wrong with YouTube TV if it has the channels that you're looking for. That said, I would say to do a free trial of some different services and just see which one's working best for you, which one has the channels and the features that you're looking for. You can't go wrong with a free trial. Chris says, YouTube TV is a good service. It would be better if they had sports channels and an add-on package. Yeah, that's something that I like about Sling TV a lot, is that they kind of give you that base package and then they let you add different things. Richard says it's been doing that each time you live stream. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. So Luke and I always used one certain program whenever we did like the podcast and everything else. And I had to switch to a different one just because he owned that one. It was a whole thing. So I switched to a different program, long story short, and I'm still kind of getting a feel for this one. So yeah, I'll make sure that I take care of that for next time. But thank you for pointing that out so that I can fix it. Small bars on the side, yeah, and I can't fix it. I'm not really sure what to do about that, but thank you for pointing it out so I can look into that. Howard says, Philip is doing a great job at Miss Luke. You can't replace the best. I agree. Yeah, but Philip is awesome, and he is just really passionate about what he does, which I really appreciate about him. Yeah, he's doing a good job, I think, and he's really excited about the future of Cord Cutters News and coming up with some new video ideas and just bringing you guys more content. So definitely show Philip some love over on his videos, give him some likes, and leave some nice comments. We definitely appreciate all of the support, so thank you. I know this is a weird time with Luke leaving and everything, so I just really appreciate all of your support. Thank you. Everyone's asking about Luke. No, he did not move to Fiji. If he did, I would ask him and his wife to adopt me and just take me with them. No, he is still in Texas. He is going to be doing more things, I'm sure, so I would not say that he is retired. He is having a great time. He is enjoying family time right now. So, yes, today was his last official day on the website. Colin wants to know if the podcast will be coming back. You know what? That's a great question. So the podcast was something that Luke and I were doing. We did a lot of episodes. Tony wants to know, is Luke done? Yeah, today was his last day. He is. He sold the company a few months ago. So I keep saying too, if you haven't noticed any big changes, great. That just means that I am doing my job well. I was trying to sprinkle in some posts from Luke over time and just kind of get everyone used to seeing some new names and seeing his name a little less. So yeah, he has left Cord Cutters News, but he has left it in good hands, I promise. Anyway, sorry, Colin, got off track here, the podcast. So Luke and I were doing the Cord Cutting Weekly podcast. I really loved it. I know Luke really loved it too. But with the sale of the company and everything, it just didn't really make sense for us to continue doing that. But yeah, if you guys are up for it, I think Philip and I would make great podcast co-hosts. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in, and hopefully that'll be something that Philip and I can work out. I would love that. I think it would be a lot of fun. Amazing Eric wants to know, is Jess going to be the new editor-in-chief of Cord Cutters News? You will have to email my boss about that. I have been working with Philip to kind of lead our news team and figure out content strategy and just where we go from here. We have all these cool resources. We're working with a lot of great people. So I'm really excited about what's happening over at Cord Cutters News. And again, I just appreciate all of your support so much. Bill wants to know about Luke's family. That is not my news to share, but yeah, everyone is doing great. So they are all very happily spending some more time together now that Luke has more free time on his hands. But yeah, head over to his Guy Reviews YouTube channel and you can ask him all these questions on his Q&As. Tony says, what's your name? I'm new to this developing situation. I like the way that you worded that. Sounds very much like breaking news. My name is Jess. I have been working for Cord Cutters News for 3 years now, actually. Full-time for the past year. I was a senior reporter whenever I was working with Luke. And now I am an editor over at Cord Cutters News. So I will be doing these Q&As on Wednesday nights. And then you will see Philip taking over with the Cord Cutting Daily. Things are going to change a little bit as we kind of figure out our video strategy. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, you can expect to see a lot of us in videos. I like that you guys keep saying Luke instead of just Luke. That's cracking me up and I like it a lot. You're doing a great job replacing Luke. The only difference I've noticed is not having plenty of TVs with apps in the background. Yeah, I'm in my apartment, and I know it's not the best, and Luke had a very cool setup. I recorded with him in the office a couple of times. Yeah, I would like to figure that out, and I know that Philip has kind of changed up his background too, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll see if I can find another spot with some space where I can figure out a TV in the background. Richard says, Jess, Lionsgate is doing a 4-movie live stream starting Friday on YouTube. What is the channel? I can't find it. Let me check. We either just posted about it or we are going to. Let me do a little digging here and see what I can find. Yeah, I know that Lionsgate is doing that, and I want to say that they're doing it on YouTube, but I'm not completely sure. Let me check our post drafts. I'm really digging in deep here, people. Let me see what I can find for you. We'll do a quick search for Lionsgate. I want to say that they're doing it on YouTube. Let me see if I can find the post here. Talk amongst yourselves while I do a little digging. It's not there. Where the heck did I find that? You know what, Richard? email me and I'll send you a link because for some reason I can't find it right now. We either just posted about it or we're about to post about it. We have a post somewhere. If you email me and remind me, I will do a post about it, or I will just send the link directly to you. But dang, I just can't find it right now. Michael says, what happened to the bald had to do with the funny voice. Oh, that was my boss, Luke, who owned Cord Cutters News. He sold it to another company a few months back. I'll just keep repeating the story over and over if everyone wants to know. But yeah, Luke sold the company. We are working for a new company now, but I've been here for a while, so Luke has taught me well, and I will be here on Wednesday nights doing this Q&A. Oscar says, if someone wants a show or movie on a streaming service, where should they pitch? I would say reach out on the contact section of the streaming service website that you are interested in. To be honest, I've never pitched a show or movie. I don't really know how that works. Try Quibi. They're new. Johnny, better late than never. Hey, welcome to the chat. Bob says, Luke was instrumental to my cord cutting, as with apps and device reviews. Yeah, Luke helped so many people cut the cord, save money. He is fantastic at what he does, and he was really passionate about it. And I can promise you that I'm just as passionate about it, and that I will do everything I can to continue bringing you that news. Philip will be there with app and device reviews, making YouTube videos. So hopefully you will get just as much information. John says Peacock shows are being delayed due to COVID-19. Yeah, so we posted about that this morning. Tamara wrote a post about that. Peacock original shows are being delayed. So they had a whole lineup of original content that was supposed to be coming to the service. Originally it was supposed to be there at launch, but now they're pushing it back. Some shows are getting pushed back all the way to 2021. So we'll see them eventually, but not soon. Richard said Philip posted it on YouTube this morning, so we must have posted it because Philip and I chat before he makes his videos to make sure that he is only posting stories that we have already put up. So, now I feel like I need to do a little detective work and see what I can find. Yes, it will be on YouTube. Okay, so if you go to the official YouTube of Lionsgate, that's where you should be finding these free movies. And let me just make sure that we are getting the times right. Lionsgate Live, A Night at the Movies, will start showing these movies at 6 p.m. on Fridays. So 6 p.m. Fridays, YouTube. That's where you want to be. Howard says, is there any news on Sling adding back NBC Sports Chicago? Unfortunately, no. There have been so many licensing fee disputes lately, and unfortunately we just don't have a lot of information about what's going on there. So we will post if we hear anything about channels coming or going. Mickey says, will Luke ever come back to do small appearances on one video or two a month? I don't think that he'll be making his own videos, but if we happen to come up with a new podcast, I would love to have him on as a guest. I think that would be so much fun, and I think I could probably talk him into it. I have his phone number, so I'll just keep calling him until he says yes. Colin says, Jess, have you watched John Krasinski, Jim from The Office, Some Good News on YouTube? I absolutely love it. If you haven't already watched Some Good News on YouTube, John Krasinski, who was Jim on The Office, he does these quick shows. They're about half an hour long, I think, maybe a little less. And he just goes over some really good news from the internet, and it is absolutely wonderful. I have cried during every single one of them. I am not a crier, but let me tell you, whenever he is sharing stories about kids recovering from cancer, or the girl who couldn't see Hamilton on Broadway. My goodness, cry my eyes out. It is so good. So if you're looking for a little break from all of this coronavirus crazy news and you're just looking for a little good news in your day, absolutely go check out Some Good News on YouTube. Highly recommend. And that was my commercial for this YouTube video. Tony says, no competition for internet in Houston area. AT&T is just as expensive. Yeah, so we can look forward to SpaceX. We can look forward to Amazon Internet whenever those come. So part of the reason for those is to bring internet access to areas that don't currently have any access. Some small towns, some out-of-the-way places that just aren't covered currently. However, the other plan for all of that is that it will add some more competition to the to the current internet options. I'm sorry, Slack just made some crazy noises, so if you could hear it, sorry about that. I'm still getting messages. It's 8:30. I'm not working anymore. Everyone just needs to calm it down. Yeah, so whenever those low orbit internet options kind of start coming to market, that should really boost the competition, and then hopefully prices will go down a little bit and you'll have more options to choose from. Michael says, Star Wars thing. That is not a question. I'm gonna need you to phrase all of these in the form of a question. Just kidding. So I do have some Star Wars news for you, actually. Disney Plus just announced today that they are bringing the finale of Clone Wars a little early, and they're developing a little bit of new Star Wars content, and that's all coming out on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. So definitely check out Disney Plus if you're interested in that. We also have a post over on quirkcuttersnews.com with a little more info. They sent over descriptions of the new show and also the finale of Clone Wars. Howard says, thanks, Jess, you do a great job. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I look forward to these Wednesday night Q&As. I love talking to you guys, so this is fun. It's a nice way to end the day. Bill says, play the ad. Yeah, here's the thing about that. I would love to. I don't know how to do it with this program, so that's fine. When this is all said and done, I'll stick some ads in so anyone playing it back will see the ads. Tim says, hey Jess, hope to try Peacock service at the end of April for Comcast Internet-only customers. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's all working. I have actually not seen much information about that. Is that something that Comcast let you know? I don't think I've seen anything about that. Filoso says, what do you think about Frontier Communication? Well, I can tell you that they filed for bankruptcy today, so things aren't going great for Frontier. That said, they are planning on keeping business going as usual during the bankruptcy process. They do not foresee any disruption to service, which is great. So if you already have Frontier, stick with them. I think you'll be just fine. If you are not already a customer, I don't know if this is the right time to become a customer. Things are all very up in the air right now. Let's see here. Brett says, I also heard that Disney Plus will release the original theatrical versions of Star Wars. I know that was a plan. I'm not sure if that's coming now. I'm not sure if it got delayed for coronavirus. Seems like everything has been delayed, but we shall see. Michael says, my birthday's May 18th. It's a real success. When is your birthday? Interesting. Mine's actually May 2. May 30th is my birthday. Coming up. Hopefully we will be out of quarantine by then. Tim says it was mentioned on an article on Quirkers News. Why do I not remember seeing anything about that? I'm sorry, Tim. There's a lot going on right now. I'm really sorry. Sometimes everything just kind of blurs together in my head a little bit. I'll look into it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can tell you though that it's coming out nationwide on July 15th, but maybe sooner. So if you are waiting for it, hopefully it won't be a long wait. Vic wants to know what happened to Luke. Well, Vic, let me tell you. He's now living in Fiji. I'm just kidding. Luke sold the company a few months ago. I can make this story real short since I've already told it a couple of times. But if you're just coming in, Luke sold the company a few months ago to another company. I am working with the news team along with Philip. Tamara is still here also. And we are just trying to keep things going as usual, but hopefully we'll have some good new features and updates for you soon. Mickey says, what app can I use to watch everything Scooby-Doo, the movies and the spin-off Scooby-Doos? Ooh, I'm not sure. If anyone knows where to find some good classic Scooby-Doo content, please leave it in the comments. I would say definitely check out some free services. Check out Zumo, Stir, Crackle, Pluto maybe even. I'm not really sure. I don't think I've seen it there. But check out those free services. That's a really good place to find some classic content, to find some hard to find content, really, things that you can't find anywhere else. A lot of times I'll find them on those free services. You're using a Roku. Yeah, I'm still not sure exactly what to tell you about finding Scooby-Doo on Roku. If anyone has any suggestions, let Mickey know. Amazing Eric says, Luke now lives on the Guy Reviews YouTube channel. Yep, he is over there. He's doing live Q&As over there every once in a while. And he's also on YouTube at LukeBK. Bob says, if you need any tech reviews, let me know. Thank you. Currently, we are not hiring, unfortunately. This is a bad time for all of that. So, yeah, I will reach out, though. But, yeah, Philip will be on YouTube with some device reviews and things like that. Oh, yeah, everyone's saying Boomerang. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, you can watch Boomerang live on some live streaming services. So definitely check out our comparison chart where you can look at all the free services and all of the channels that they offer. Hang on just a second and I will get that link for you. Yeah, but if you watch Boomerang, you can sometimes catch it live. Also, if services have an on-demand library, you might be able to find it there too. Here's our comparison chart, so you can find Boomerang right on that chart. Scooby-Doo will be on HBO Max, I thought. I'm not sure. I don't know if I remember seeing that on the list or not, but yeah, it very well could be. Any news on AT&T Sportsnet? Unfortunately, no. The world of sports is kind of at a standstill right now, but we will share a post if we find anything about it. Deborah says, I want to go to Fiji too. Maybe Luke can adopt both of us. You know what? That's not a terrible idea. I say let's all just go to Fiji. All right, we're going to keep doing this for just a little bit longer, so if you have any questions, let me know. Yep, everyone's saying just check out the Boomerang app. It has a standalone app. You can look at these live TV streaming services. Does everyone mean Luke Skywalker? Yes, my former boss was Luke Skywalker. You can find me in the Star Wars movies, now streaming on Disney+. Bill says E.T. will be on Peacock. Remember, that is NBC Universal. Yeah, E.T. Also, Jurassic Park is going to be on there, so very cool. If any of you are parents and you want to introduce your kids to some of your favorite movies, definitely check out Peacock. I think that's really cool that they have some of those older, I won't call them classic, I guess maybe classic, but some of these older movies. Bob says Fiji, no corona allowed. Yeah, no. No traveling right now, not so much. Alright guys, we'll just take a few more questions, so if anyone has anything else they want to ask. I know it's been kind of a weird time. Everything really is just kind of at a standstill right now. We are looking around for news during the day, and there just isn't a whole lot going on. I think just with everybody working from home, it's been hard for these services to come out with new stuff. It's been hard for businesses to make new devices and launch new products and things, so it's just been a weird time. Michael says E.T. my favorite. I like Jurassic Park, so I'm excited about that one. All right. Tony says, how is Disney Plus doing with new content? Signed up initially, but never renewed. Also, their interface sucked in November. Interface is pretty much the same, so if that was something that you didn't like, you're kind of out of luck with that one. They have been making some new content, not a ton, honestly. I think after The Mandalorian, there wasn't a whole lot going on. They are coming out with some new Marvel content that you might be interested in, but that won't be out for a while still. We will be posting about things as they come up, but again, everything's kind of on hold with coronavirus, so not really sure exactly when things are going to come out. I know things were slated to come out at the end of this year and beginning of 2021, but we will see. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, is that those new Marvel shows. Bob has been working remotely but catching up on movies. Awesome. What are you watching? I'm working remotely too, but yeah, definitely spending more time streaming than ever. Chris wants to know, will you be at CES next year? I'm definitely planning on it. I had a great time at CES last year, met a ton of people, saw some really cool keynotes. The Quibi keynote was really cool. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Yeah, I would love to go again next year, assuming the company sends me, so hopefully, fingers crossed. And I would love for Philip to go too. I think that we could get some really good video of some new products and services and things. So yes, definitely planning to be at CES. Amazing Eric says we might be staying home until July or August. Oh, I hate to say it, but you might be right. But my thought is, if we can all just stay inside and keep people safe, then it is completely worth it. Oscar says, I hope the coronavirus stops before summer. Yeah, you and me both, but I would rather be inside and safe than getting back to normal and having people get sick. Bob says, CES is a blast. I completely agree. I've never been more tired in my entire life. Luke had me working a lot at CES, and we were taking a lot of meetings, doing a lot of things, but it was absolutely wonderful. Richard says, Disney Plus has the final season of Star Wars Clone Wars right now. Yeah, the last episode will be on May the 4th. Michael says, I hope the new Stranger Things comes out. I don't think it's set to come out anytime soon. I feel like the last season was not that long ago, right? Paul says, Ocean's 11 and Gone Girl. Yeah, ooh, I really like Gone Girl. That's one I might have to watch again. Thanks for the reminder. What's everyone else watching? What are we binge watching? What movies are we watching? What services are we using? Tell me everything. I could use more recommendations. Paul says, I'm having a problem with YouTube TV. In new recordings, it says there are no recordings, but I have a ton of recordings. Shows on my phone, but not on the app. I have heard a few people mention that within the last couple days. I would say it might be worth uninstalling the app and reinstalling it on whatever device you're using. That seems to fix a lot of problems, especially for Roku. I've noticed Roku has been recommending that a lot lately. So I'm not sure exactly what the problem would be, but that would be my first recommendation. If that doesn't work, I would reach out to YouTube TV. Again, they're very responsive on Twitter if you're looking for the best place to reach them. Chris, May the 4th be with you too. I'm looking forward to some Star Wars content on May the 4th. Spencer Confidential was good. Angel Has Fallen. Ooh, those are two I've not even heard of. Hulu has a lot of great shows. Yeah, I actually am thinking about rewatching Handmaid's Tale. That was one of my favorites. Roy is watching Love is Blind. Okay. Deborah says Stranger Things isn't scheduled until Halloween. That makes sense. Roy is watching Tiger King. Yep, same. Loved it. Yeah, Eric says lots of TVs have suspended production right now. That is true, and unfortunately it's a lot of that original content that we were all looking forward to. So we'll just have to make do in the meantime. Paul, yeah, I think I just answered your question, Paul, if you didn't already catch that. I would say uninstalling the app and reinstalling might fix that. That's something that Roku has been recommending a lot, and also some of the apps have been recommending a little more. If that doesn't work, I would reach out to YouTube TV support. Besides HBO Max, what is coming to AT&T TV? To be honest, I'm not so sure. Do you mean AT&T TV or AT&T TV Now? Although I will say that whenever one of them gets updated, the other usually does too. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I know that AT&T TV Now has just taken HBO off of their lineup for their basic package and reduced the price. So if you're looking for a good deal, that might be a good one right now. Paul, yeah, let me know if that works out. I would like to get an update just to see what works for you. Oscar says HBO Max can have all of the childhood Cartoon Network shows. That would be awesome. I know that they're planning on having some more family-friendly content because HBO content tends to be very adult-oriented, and I know that they want to have stuff for the whole family, so I hope that they do have a lot of that. Sorry, something in my eye for a second. Richard says something that I've been watching on Amazon Prime is the original Carol Burnett show. It was a show that I grew up with. Yeah, very cool. I love that on streaming you can find a lot of those classic shows that we haven't seen in a while. So very cool. I didn't realize that Carol Burnett show was on Amazon Prime. Good find. Paul says if you like Handmaid's Tale, you should watch Harlan's Hulu original. I have not heard of that. Interesting. I will look it up. Thanks. All right, guys, just a couple more questions, and then I am going to call it a night and get some things ready to get posted in the morning. Chris says, do they have Alice on Roku TV? I'm not sure. You would have to search for it, I suppose. Laugh-In is on also. All right, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. It looks like all of our questions have come in. So thank you all so much for being here with me tonight. I know it's a little bit of an adjustment getting used to Luke not being here and having Philip and I taking over these videos instead. But thank you so much for being so supportive. We really appreciate you all being here. So I hope that you all have a great Wednesday night. I hope that you are staying safe, staying healthy, staying inside, washing your hands all the time. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all next week.